Skywatch Media News for September the 18th, 2019. In recent weeks, a rash of powerful volcanic eruptions around the world has produced a great deal of anxiety among both the scientific community and the general public. Experts in the field of volcanology have been analyzing the super eruption of Tambora back in the year 1815. And they have concluded that a similar type eruption happening today would lead to global chaos. Tambora's eruption is ranked 7 on the Volcanic Explosivity Index, which is the second highest on this scale. The largest volcanic eruption in recorded history was so powerful that it blew off the top of the volcano, and ash was thrown into the atmosphere, darkening the earth for several years. In the year following the explosive eruption in 1816, it became known as the year without a summer. Temperatures across Europe in that year plummeted by 5.4 degrees Celsius, leading to food shortages and famine. If a volcano similar to Tambora were to erupt, it would plunge the world into both political and social chaos. Now, some folks scoff at the notion of chaos brought on by a series of volcanic events. But what these events teach us is that they can and often do have global effects that will continue long after the volcano's fury has subsided. Massive volcanic eruptions can change the world's climate, leading to starvation, refugee migration, and political turmoil. Because we cannot prevent an eruption from happening, we become increasingly fearful that sooner or later, and much sooner on a geological scale, we will face a super eruption. Although difficult to visualize in terms of its power, volcanoes are capable of creating mass extinctions on this planet. They are known as the serial killers of life on Earth. There are at least 18 known powerful volcanoes spread out across the globe, which have the potential to cause a tremendous eruption. This includes Yellowstone and the Long Valley caldera, both located here in the United States. These supervolcanoes are capable of creating a dramatic climate shift, which would profoundly affect humanity and severely affect the landscape of our planet. Eruptions of this magnitude usually form calderas, which are broad volcanic depressions. These immense formations are created shortly after the emptying of a magma chamber in a volcanic eruption. When large volumes of magma are erupted over a short time, structural support for the rock above the magma chamber is lost. Statistical studies from the University of Bristol indicate that a super eruption occurs every 17,000 years, where the last eruption occurred around 26,000 years ago when New Zealand's Taupo volcano erupted, pushing 36 cubic miles of pumice and ash into the atmosphere. Subsequent studies from the British Geological Survey have shown that a super eruption greater than 8 on the VEI scale occurs every 100,000 years. But regardless of the time frame, the world is overdue for a super eruption, and we should consider ourselves very fortunate that we have not yet experienced an event of such catastrophic proportions. The appearance of purple skies across the northern hemisphere has sparked fears and concerns that a big super eruption is imminent. Volcanic eruptions can be devastating to nearby regions, but the aerosols distributed into the air from eruptions, in addition to devastating wildfires, can have a lasting effect on the Earth's atmosphere. The blast that occurred from the Raikoke volcano in recent months placed a significant amount of aerosols into the stratosphere, while changing its composition. This was enough to impact much of the northern hemisphere this summer. The volcano's eruption was violent, sending ash and plume nearly 8 miles into the air. The eruption of Raikoke was so powerful that it was captured by astronauts on the International Space Station. Fortunately, the volcano was located in a remote region, avoiding direct impact with a populated area. The purple skies indicate that even the seemingly isolated eruption of Raikoke can have global consequences for humanity. Its toxic sulfuric gas overwhelmed the western sky with a soft purple glow. Now take a look at this image captured from NASA's Juno probe taken on September the 11th. It is showing a partial eclipse on the giant planet Jupiter. Apparently, the surprisingly vivid shadow cast upon the planet was created by Io, the closest of Jupiter's 4 moons. Io's shadow on Jupiter appears so sharp because it is much bigger and much closer to Jupiter than our moon is to the Earth. It appears roughly 4 times as big as the Sun does from Jupiter's perspective. The moon takes 1.77 days to orbit the giant planet. A 360-degree horizon-to-horizon view over Jupiter during Juno's flyover reveals the shadow of Io across Jupiter's landscape. As you gaze towards the heavens, behold its omnipotent landscape. In the depth of its darkness, the brilliance of many distant lights become known, for it has no beginning and no end. It continues on through the passage of time to bring joy to those who seek its pleasures. Thanks for watching.